Hi there, welcome to our monthly market update. This is of course a special update. I filmed today on budget day. We've just heard Mr. Sunak, and today I'm going to talk to you about how we got on last month, just give you a very quick snapshot of the market and then talk to you about the budget, what we've heard today and what impact that's going to have on the property market. Before I do, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and even more importantly, hit that like button. It really does help us out. So what is going on out there in the market? Well, the start of 2021, as I reported last month, has been basically the same across the country. By that I mean we've had this unrelenting demand for property, probably fueled a little bit by the stamp duty holiday that exists at the moment, just this general urgency, but also had a real lack of new property coming on the market. And all that that's done has created this surge in activity and the surge in prices. Prices now across our region at 9.5% higher than they were in February last year. So as I've said in updates that have come before, anyone who sat out there on the fence waiting for big price falls, honestly, you've got to jump off and you need to get in the market. And I don't see that changing for the short or even for the medium term. So on to the main thing in today's video, the budget. How is that going to affect the housing market? Well, we already had an idea what he was going to say, but with a little bit of a twist in there. So the first thing, the break in stamp duty, which has been running up until the 31st of March. The Chancellor has now confirmed that that is going to be extended until the end of June. But what he's also said today, which we didn't know up until just now, is that this will be tapered off. So it won't just be a case of it ending at the end of June, it will then go down to properties up to £250,000 to the end of September. And then eventually, as of the 1st of October, will return back to its original level of £125,000. This can only be good news for the market. We were very much of the view that had the stamp duty deadline ended in March, we would have lost a certain number of transactions, sales that were waiting to go through. So this undoubtedly does give the market a little bit more confidence and gives buyers a little bit more confidence that they're going to get these deals through, but also might allow a few more people to make it into that stamp duty holiday before it finally ends on the 1st of October. The second thing the Chancellor has announced today, and again, much anticipated, we've been waiting since the Conservative Party conference for details of this to be confirmed, is the new mortgage scheme available for those people who've only got a 5% deposit. Also confirmed today that this is being well backed by some of the UK's biggest lenders. We're still waiting for some more information to come out, but we very much see this working like the Help to Buy schemes that have been with us for the last few years. And again, this can only be welcome news, bringing more and more buyers into the market. And I believe that this again will have the inevitable effect of helping to push prices up, particularly at those low and mid-range ends of the market. Okay, so just as a final thought, following those two thoughts on the budget, and I want to put a graph up on the screen. And this is a graph, very Chris Whitty style, I realise. This is a graph that shows the amount of money that households have managed to save through the pandemic. This is a Bank of England resource, and I was amazed by this. Apparently the number is something like £100 billion more that's been saved through this crisis, particularly with middle, high income and retiree families. I realise not everybody's had a good run of it, and it's really hard to hear that, but the general trend is that there's a lot more money waiting to be spent once restrictions are lifted. And if history's taught us anything, it's that a certain amount of that money will find its way into property. So I believe that combined with what we've heard already from the Chancellor today, is only going to fuel the market further. It will only fuel price growth further. And so I would honestly encourage anybody who's out there waiting to see what happens, now would be, in my opinion, a good time to make that move. Of course, if you want to talk to us a bit more about it, myself and my team are available here 8 a.m. till 8 p.m, 7 days a week. We'd love to talk to you about how we can help you move in 2021. Thanks for watching.